Imagine an AI system that doesn't just understand words or generate images, but actually knows how the entire physical world works. You might think it's science fiction talk, but it is not. Well, Google DeepMind is working on exactly that right now, and it could be their biggest AI breakthrough yet. They're building what they call a world simulation system, basically an AI that can understand and replicate the physics of our entire planet. Yeah, you heard that right. The same Google that's been making headlines with Gemini is now taking things to a whole new level. In this video, we're diving deep into what this means, why Google thinks it's the key to achieving artificial general intelligence, and how it connects to their broader AI strategy, including some leaked details about their upcoming Gemini 2.0 update. Plus, we'll look at how Google is making AI more accessible than ever in Workspace, and what this means for their AI race with Microsoft. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why Google is betting so heavily on this technology. Let's dive into how this all started. Last fall, Tim Brooks, a key player from OpenAI, made a pretty interesting career move. He jumped ship to Google DeepMind. And now he's leading a new team with an absolutely massive goal: building an AI model that can understand and replicate how our physical world actually works. But what does world simulation even mean? Think about how you navigate through your daily life. When you see a coffee cup on the edge of a table, you instinctively know it might fall. When you throw a ball, you can predict its path. You understand these things because you've learned how physics works in our world. That's exactly what Google wants their AI to learn, but at a mind-blowing scale. They're feeding their AI system enormous amounts of data. We're talking videos, audio, sensor data from robots, you name it. The goal? Create an AI that can look at any situation and understand what's going to happen next, just like you and I do naturally. And this isn't just some side project for Google. They're going all in, connecting this work with their heaviest hitters in AI. Gemini, their advanced language model; VO, their video generation tool; and Genie, which can create entire 3D worlds from a single image. When you put all these pieces together, you start to see the bigger picture of what they're building. All of this ties into something Google strongly believes in. It's called the scaling hypothesis. Basically, Google thinks that if they keep feeding AI models more data and making them bigger, they'll keep getting smarter and smarter. It's like saying if you build a bigger brain with more knowledge, you'll eventually create true intelligence. Some experts are raising red flags, saying we might be hitting a ceiling with this approach. There's only so much data in the world, and these massive AI models, they're already consuming enormous amounts of energy to train. Some researchers are saying what we really need isn't just bigger models, but completely new ways of building AI. But Google? They're doubling down hard. If you look at their job listings for this world simulation team, they're explicitly saying that scaling up to video and multimodal data is crucial for reaching artificial general intelligence. They're even advertising for a research position at their Mountain View headquarters, specifically looking for someone to push these world simulators to the absolute limits of what current computing power can handle. And when you think about it, this makes sense for what they're trying to achieve. Simulating the physical world is incredibly complex, way more complicated than just processing text or generating images. You're trying to recreate the fundamental laws that govern our entire reality. So you might be wondering, why does Google want to simulate the entire world anyway? Well, the applications are pretty mind-blowing when you think about them. First up, let's talk robots. Right now, teaching a robot to do something as simple as walking is incredibly risky and expensive, because every time it fails, you risk damaging expensive hardware. But with an accurate physics simulator, your robot can stumble and fall thousands of times in a virtual world until it gets it right, all without breaking a single servo. And gamers, this one's for you. Imagine playing a video game where everything behaves exactly like it would in real life, but truly realistic interactions powered by an AI that understands how the real world works. Want to flood a building? The water would flow just like real water does. Scientists could use these simulators to run complex experiments without any real-world risks. Think about simulating weather patterns to better predict climate change, or modeling how viruses spread through populations without putting anyone in danger. Imagine an AI assistant that actually understands the physical context of your situation, not just your words, but your environment body language, and the physical constraints of what you're trying to do. Now here's where things get even more interesting. Word on the street is that Google's about to drop something big. Gemini 2.0 Flash Thinking, supposedly launching on January 23, 2025. The name Flash Thinking is pretty intriguing. It suggests we're looking at faster, more dynamic reasoning capabilities, which could be huge for real-time simulation tasks. And when you connect the dots, this starts to make a lot of sense. Google's also posted a job ad that tells us a lot about their plans. They're looking for a research engineer in world modeling, and when you dig into the details, it's pretty ambitious stuff. They want to build AI that can create a dynamic, four-dimensional map of reality. That's 3 dimensions plus time. Instead of building super complicated systems, they're focusing on methods that can grow bigger and more powerful over time. Speaking of big moves, Google just made AI way more accessible for businesses. They used to charge an extra $20 per user per month for Gemini business features and workspace. But now, they're bundling all those AI goodies into the regular subscription. The price went up a bit, from $12 to $14 per user, but think about it. For just $2 extra, businesses get everything. AI-powered spreadsheets, meeting summaries, note-taking, video editing, the works. And the timing here is fascinating because Microsoft just made a similar move. They launched a free version of their Copilot chat for Microsoft 365 with a pay-as-you-go option. Sure, they still have their premium $30 per user plan, but the fact that both tech giants are making AI more accessible in the same week, that's not a coincidence. What's really going on here is pretty clever. Both companies are trying to get as many users as possible hooked on their AI ecosystem. It's like they're saying, try it now, see how powerful it is. Google's president of cloud applications, Jerry Dischler, actually came out and said cost has been the biggest barrier for businesses adopting AI. Making it more affordable, they're not just being nice, they're building their user base, gathering more data, and staying ahead in the race. And here's where it all connects back to world simulation. More users mean more data, more real-world feedback, and more insights into how people actually work. Combine that with video libraries, 3D modeling from tools like Genie, and real-time robotics data, and suddenly you've got AI that's learning not just from text, but from how the real world actually works. So, are we looking at a future where AI truly understands our physical world, or is this just another tech industry pipe dream? The next few months are going to be pretty interesting to watch. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you want to stay up to date on the biggest developments in AI, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.